Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Chandana from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bengaluru, pursuing final year in Electronics and Communication domain. Today I'm back with another video. Let's get started. In today's session, I will be discussing about the subject called computer networks, in which the topic which I'll be discussing in today's session will be OSI reference model and TCP or IP suite model. Under OSI reference model, we will be discussing about physical data link, network, transport, session, presentation, and application. Let's see each of this one by one in details. First thing is physical layer. The lowest layer of OSI reference model is the physical layer, which means the lowest layer of OSI reference model is called physical layer. It is responsible for the actual physical connection between the devices. It will be like a bridge between the connection of actual device and OSI device. The physical layer contains information in the form of bits. Information will be stored in the form of bits. It is responsible for transmitting individual bits from one node to the next. So, the operation of physical layer is it transmits individual bits from one node to the next node. When receiving data, this layer will get the signal received and convert it to OS, zeros and ones, and send them back to data link layer. So while receiving data, the physical layer will receive the signals in zeros and ones, and the received signals in physical layer will be transferred to data layer, which will put the frame back together. Next, we'll see about data link layer. The data link layer is responsible for node to node delivery of the messages. Like previously in physical layer, the individual bits will be transferred in the form of individual bits will be transferred from one node to the next. Here the data link is responsible, and it makes sure that the information is delivered to node. The main function of layer is to make sure that data transfer is error free from one node to another. The main function or the main use of data link layer is it should make sure that data is error free. There is no error occurred while transferring from one node to another over the physical layer. When a packet arrives in a network, it is responsible of the DLL to transmit it to the host using MAC address. Next is network layer. This network layer works for transmission of data from one host to the other located in different networks. The host is like a different IP address, those kind of things. So your network layer helps of transmission of data from one host address to the other host address of different locations also. It also takes care of packet routing. It also takes care of packet routing, that is selection of shortest path to transmit the packet. Obviously, once we are choosing the shortest path, there is a less number of chances of occurring error. So network layer will also figure out the shortest path to transmit the data from the number of routes available. The sender and receiver IP address are placed in the header by the network layer. Once you are sending into a different host, obviously you have to give both senders and receivers IP address to transmit the data from having which should have error free. Next is transport layer. The transport layer provides service to the application layer and takes service from the network layer. The data in the transport layer is referred to as segments. It is responsible for the end-to-end delivery of complete message. It should be responsible to deliver complete message from end to end or node to node or from one host to the other host. Anything, it can be anything. The host layer also provides the acknowledgement of successful data transferred and retransmits the data even error is found. The main function of transport layer is once it is received to the receiver, if it finds any error in the given message, then it retransmits the data if error is found. The next one is session layer. Session layer. This layer is responsible for establishment of connection, maintenance of sessions, and authentication, and also ensures security. It's obviously we need security when we are transmitting data. That is what session layer ensures there is security when transmitting data. Presentation layer. The presentation layer is also called as translation layer. That means we'll be translating something here. Let's see what that is. The data from the application layer is extracted here and manipulated as per the required format to transmit over the network. So when we are passing some data through the network, there will be like it should be in analog or digital, any some criterias. So presentation layer acts as transition layer where the extracted layer will be manipulated as per the required transmit and as per the requirement to transmit over the network. That what presentation layer deals with. Next it is application layer. At very top of OSI reference model stack of layers, we find that application layer which is implemented by network applications. These applications produce data which has to be transferred over the network. So application layer gives the data which is to be transferred. This layer also serves as a window for application service to access the network and for displaying the received information to the user. Okay, it acts as a display board where it helps for displaying the received information to the user. Here we'll be discussing about TCP or IP suite model. There we have discussed OSI reference model. Uh, Same thing comes same category for the IP suite model also, which is physical data link network transport and applications. Let us see them one by one. A physical layer. It is a group of applications requiring network communication. So here it is a group of applications. There will be many applications for which is used for network communication. This layer is responsible for generating the data. It also generates data and also requests connections. It acts on behalf of the sender and the network access layer on the behalf of receiver. Network is accessed on the behalf of receiver and it acts behalf of the sender. During this article, we will be taking on behalf of send a receiver. Okay, in IP suite model, we will be taking an on the behalf of receiver. Data link layer, physical type layer is responsible for carrying individual bits and framework across the link. Same thing related to OSI reference. Although the physical layer is lowest level in the IP protocol suite, the communication between two devices at physical level is still logical communication because there is another hidden layer, the transmission media under the physical layer. So physical layer also, why we call physical layer is network communication, because there is a hidden layer called transmission media which helps for communication. Two devices are connected by transmission medium. It is like cable or hair, anything can be a medium here. Network layer. The network layer is responsible for creating a connection between source computer and the destination computer. It is obvious. Network is required to connect between the sender and the receiver, or like the source computer to the destination computer. The communication at the network layer is host to host. The network layer is network in the internet includes main protocol, internet protocol, which is nothing but IP, that defines the format of packet called a datagram at the network layer. Next is transport layer. The logical connection at transport layer is also end-to-end. Same in OSI. The transport layer at the source host gets the message from application layer. And it transport layer packets like called segments or user datagram in different protocols. Here we call it as segments, and in OSI we call it as bits, and sends it through the logical connection. The transport layer at the destination host. Application layer. Communication at the application layer is between two processes, and a processor sends request to other process and and receives a response. If you accept it, they receives the response. And then the application layer in the internet includes many predefined protocols. It as user and receiver and it also has a pair of processes to be run at two hosts. So thank you for watching this video. Keep supporting me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Bye.